Most men are taught the same lie. If you want her, pursue her. If she pulls away, try harder. If you care, show more. And yet, the more you chase, the further she seems to go. This is not coincidence. It is a pattern. Attraction does not grow under pressure. It collapses. The men who are truly desired are rarely the ones who chase the hardest. They are the ones who remain calm, grounded, and emotionally independent, even when they care. This video is not about tricks, lines, or manipulation. It is about a different way of being. A way of living where attraction becomes a byproduct, not a goal. Where self-respect replaces anxiety. Where presence replaces pursuit. If you have ever wondered why effort didn't equal results, or why pulling back seemed to change everything, stay with me. Because once you understand this, you will never chase again. Welcome to the Stoic Love Wisdom channel. This is where we share lessons about love, real-life experiences and tips for building strong relationships. In today's video, I will share with you 5 ways men can attract women without chasing them. These may be things you have never thought of. If you are looking for a deeper understanding of love and how to develop relationships, don't miss this video. Before watching the video, find a quiet space and put on your headphones to feel every word I am about to share. Relax and enjoy this journey with me. Are you ready to start this journey? Let's begin. Method number 1. He does not seek validation, and that is why he is desired. When I was younger, I believed attraction was something you earned. By proving. By pleasing. By trying harder than the next man. I thought if I said the right things, showed enough care, gave enough attention, a woman would eventually choose me. That belief cost me years. A Stoic man learns this lesson the hard way. The moment you seek validation, you surrender power. And women feel it instantly. Validation is invisible begging. Most men don't realize they are asking for approval. They think they're just being nice, romantic, or emotionally available. But beneath the surface, the message is clear. Do you like me? Am I enough? Please confirm my value. It shows in excessive texting. It shows in over-explaining. It shows in adapting your personality just to stay agreeable. A woman doesn't hear the words. She feels the need behind them. And need is not attractive. The Stoic man knows his worth is not negotiable. A Stoic man does not enter an interaction hoping to be chosen. He enters complete. His sense of worth is not dependent on her mood, her attention, her approval, her response time. He knows who he is before she decides anything. That doesn't make him cold. It makes him grounded. And grounding is magnetic. Why women are drawn to men who don't need them. Here is an uncomfortable truth most men avoid. Women are not attracted to men who need them to feel whole. They are attracted to men who invite, not require. A Stoic man does not say, I need you to make my life better. His presence says, my life is already full. You may join it, if you choose. That subtle difference changes everything. Emotional self-sufficiency is rare, and rare things are desired. In a world full of emotionally hungry men, emotional self-sufficiency stands out. The Stoic man enjoys her presence but does not cling to it. Values connection but does not chase it. Appreciates affection without demanding it. He does not rush to fill silence. He does not panic when attention fades. He does not compete for validation. This calm independence creates tension, the good kind. Because what cannot be controlled becomes interesting. He is not afraid of disinterest. One of the most attractive traits a man can develop is this. He is not afraid to be disliked. Not because he is arrogant. but because he is honest. If a woman pulls away, the Stoic man does not chase harder. He observes. If she loses interest, he does not bargain. He accepts. Rejection does not threaten his identity. It simply provides information. And paradoxically, this emotional strength often restores attraction. The power of non-reactivity. A Stoic man understands that reactions reveal dependence. When validation is your goal, you react emotionally. You explain yourself. You defend your worth. When self-respect is your foundation, you pause. You respond calmly. Or you say nothing at all. Silence, when rooted in self-respect, speaks louder than reassurance ever could. He chooses, he is not chosen. This is the shift most men never make. The Stoic man does not wait to be selected like an option on a shelf. He evaluates. He asks himself, does this woman align with my values? Does she respect my time and boundaries? Does her presence add peace or chaos? He chooses her as much as she chooses him. That mutual evaluation creates balance. And balance creates attraction. Why letting go is so attractive. A man who can walk away without bitterness is rare. He does not threaten. He does not guilt trip. He does not try to be remembered. He simply leaves, intact. That kind of emotional discipline leaves an impression far deeper than pursuit ever could. Because it communicates something powerful. I don't need to be wanted to remain whole. Final Stoic truth. The Stoic man does not withhold validation as a tactic. He simply does not need it. And that is why he is attractive. Not because he plays games. But because he plays no games at all. He stands firm in who he is. And lets the world respond accordingly. Love, like a mirror that reflects ourselves. When you learn to love, you are also learning to look back at yourself. What are your strengths? What are the wounds that need to be healed? And understanding yourself will help you understand the other person more deeply. That is also the reason I share on this channel, to help you see love as a journey to nurture your soul. If you find these things meaningful, click like to spread that value. And if this is your first time coming to the channel, don't forget to click subscribe with the notification bell, so we can always accompany each other in the next lessons. Leave a comment below, share your true feelings after listening to this part. Who knows, your little story may touch the heart of someone in need. Now, let's continue on the next part of this journey. Method number 2. He controls his emotions, because desire does not trust chaos. There was a time when I believed passion meant intensity. Strong reactions. Strong emotions. Strong words. I thought showing how deeply I felt would bring a woman closer. What it actually did was push her away. A Stoic man eventually understands a hard truth. Desire cannot relax around emotional instability. And women sense instability long before men recognize it in themselves. Emotional control is not emotional suppression. Let's be clear about one thing. Stoicism is not about becoming numb. It is not about pretending you feel nothing. It is not about hiding emotions to appear strong. A Stoic man feels deeply. But he does not allow emotions to command him. There is a difference. One is strength. The other is discipline. Why emotional reactions repel attraction? Most men lose attraction not because they lack looks, money, or status. But because they lack emotional control. They react defensively when challenged. Get anxious when communication changes. Become cold or angry when they feel uncertain. Try to fix emotions instead of holding space. This creates emotional noise. And emotional noise destroys polarity. Women are drawn to emotional stability, not emotional intensity. Here is something few men want to accept. A woman may enjoy emotional intensity for a moment. But she trusts emotional stability. Trust is where attraction deepens. The Stoic man becomes the calm center in the storm, not because he tries to be impressive, but because he is anchored. He does not escalate emotions unnecessarily. He does not mirror chaos. He does not turn uncertainty into drama. His calm creates safety, and safety allows desire to breathe. Non-reactivity is power. The most seductive emotional trait a man can develop is non-reactivity. When she tests. When she pulls away. When she challenges. When she is emotional. The Stoic man does not rush to respond. He pauses. He listens. He chooses his response deliberately. That pause communicates strength more clearly than any words ever could. Because it shows he is not ruled by impulse. Why calm men feel different? Many women will say this without understanding why. There's something different about him. What they are feeling is emotional regulation. The Stoic man does not need to win every argument. Does not escalate tension. Does not crumble under emotional pressure. He remains composed when others become reactive. And composure is rare. Rare things attract attention. Emotional control creates sexual polarity. Attraction thrives on contrast. When a man remains calm in emotional situations, he becomes the grounding force. She may feel strongly. She may express intensely. She may fluctuate. And he remains steady. This creates polarity, not dominance, but stability. And stability feels masculine. He does not argue for his worth. One of the clearest signs of emotional weakness is this. A man who tries to convince a woman of his value. He argues. He explains. He defends. A Stoic man understands something deeper. If you must argue for your worth, you have already lost position. He does not need to prove himself emotionally. He allows his behavior, boundaries, and presence to speak. He is comfortable with uncertainty. Most emotional reactions come from fear. Fear of loss, rejection, or abandonment. The Stoic man has made peace with uncertainty. He knows. Interest can change. Feelings can fade. People can leave. And none of that defines him. This acceptance removes desperation from his behavior. And desperation is what kills attraction fastest. Why emotional control builds respect first. Desire grows on the foundation of respect. And respect is born when a woman sees that a man can regulate himself, can handle pressure, can remain centered. Even during conflict. Especially during conflict. A Stoic man does not fear disagreement. He fears losing self-respect. The silent signal of strength. There is a moment every woman notices, whether she admits it or not. It's the moment something emotional happens. And the man does not break. He does not explode. He does not withdraw in bitterness. He does not chase reassurance. He stays present. That moment changes how she sees him. Because it signals. This man can hold himself together. Emotional mastery is long-term attraction. Charm may create interest. Confidence may create curiosity. But emotional mastery creates staying power. The Stoic man is not exciting because he is unpredictable. He is attractive because he is reliable, emotionally. And reliability allows desire to deepen instead of burn out. Final Stoic truth. The Stoic man does not control his emotions to impress a woman. He controls his emotions because self-mastery is non-negotiable. And women are drawn to men who master themselves. Before attempting to master relationships. Method number 3. He has a mission greater than love, and that is why love follows him. There was a time when love was the center of my life. I organized my days around messages, meetings, and moods that were not mine. If she was happy, my day was good. If she was distant, my world felt unstable. That version of me was available, attentive, and emotionally invested. And deeply unattractive. A Stoic man learns, often painfully, that love cannot be his purpose. It can only be something that walks beside it. A man without a mission becomes emotionally dependent. Most men don't lose attraction because they care too little. They lose it because they care without direction. When a man has no clear mission, relationships become his main source of meaning. A woman becomes his emotional anchor. Her attention becomes his fuel. And that imbalance is felt immediately. Love does not want to be your purpose. It wants to be your partner. Purpose creates structure, and structure creates attraction. A Stoic man builds his life around something deeper than romance. His mission may be mastery of his craft, physical discipline, building something meaningful, personal growth, creating long-term value. Whatever it is, it gives his life direction. And direction is masculine. A man moving forward is more attractive than a man standing still. No matter how kind, loyal, or emotionally available he is. Why women are drawn to men who are busy, but not distracted. This is often misunderstood. It's not about being unavailable as a tactic. It's about being engaged with life. The Stoic man does not drop his priorities for attention. Does not rearrange his values for validation. Does not abandon discipline for desire. He makes time for a woman, but not at the expense of his foundation. That balance signals self-respect. And self-respect is contagious. A man on a mission does not chase, he invites. When your life has momentum, you don't chase people to fill emptiness. You invite them to share movement. The Stoic man does not say, "Come save me from my loneliness." His presence says, "Walk with me, if our paths align." This subtle shift removes pressure from attraction. And attraction thrives without pressure. Why purpose reduces neediness automatically? Neediness is not cured by self-control alone. It is cured by having something better to do. A man with a mission is less reactive, is less anxious, is less dependent on outcomes. Not because he tries to be detached, but because his emotional weight is distributed across a meaningful life. One woman does not carry the burden of his happiness. And that is relieving, for both. Women sense when a man is abandoning himself. A harsh truth. Women lose attraction when they feel a man is slowly giving up his life for them. Skipping workouts. Neglecting goals. Losing edge. Centering everything around her emotions. It may look like devotion. It feels like erosion. The Stoic man never abandons himself to be loved. And because of that, he is respected. Mission creates boundaries without explanation. A man with purpose doesn't need to justify his boundaries. He doesn't say, "I'm busy, sorry, please understand." He simply lives according to his priorities. And women respond differently to a man who says, "This is my schedule," than to a man who says, "Whenever you want." Purpose removes the need for negotiation. Why love follows men who are going somewhere. Love is not a destination. It is a companion. When a man is rooted in purpose, he becomes predictable in values, not behavior. He feels stable without being boring. He offers direction, not dependency. And that direction is attractive because it implies leadership, not control, but clarity. A woman can relax around a man who knows where he's going. He would choose his mission even if love left. This is the line most men cannot cross. The Stoic man understands. If love leaves, the mission remains. Not because he devalues love, but because he values himself. That quiet certainty is felt. And paradoxically, it makes love more likely to stay. The silent power of a man who is not paused. Nothing is more unattractive than a man waiting for permission to live. The Stoic man does not pause his growth for romance. He does not shrink to be chosen. He does not delay becoming himself. He moves forward. And those who align with his direction naturally walk beside him. Final Stoic truth. Love does not give a man purpose. Purpose gives love a place. And the man who builds his life around something meaningful will never need to chase affection. Because affection follows movement. There are things in love, only when we take a step back, sit down quietly, can we truly understand. I share these stories not to teach you how to love, but so that you can find the answers for yourself. If what you just heard touches your heart, please click like as a way to spread this positive energy to more people. And remember to click subscribe, because there are many profound perspectives on love waiting for you in the next videos. Now, let's continue the remaining journey together, because the most precious things are sometimes at the end. Method number 4. He speaks less, but every word carries weight. When I was younger, I believed attraction was built through conversation. The more I explained myself, the more she would understand me. The more I shared, the closer she would feel. What I didn't realize was this. Words lose value when they are used to fill silence instead of meaning. A Stoic man learns to respect silence. Because silence is where presence is felt. Most men talk to reduce anxiety, not to communicate. Pay attention and you'll notice this everywhere. Men speak when they are nervous. They explain when they are unsure. They joke when they feel exposed. They overshare when they fear losing interest. This is not communication. It is emotional leakage. A woman doesn't hear confidence in this. She hears instability. Silence is not absence, it is control. A Stoic man understands something most men never practice. Silence is a choice. He does not rush to respond. He does not interrupt to be noticed. He does not speak to compete. He lets moments breathe. And in those pauses, something powerful happens. Attention shifts toward him. Why women lean in when a man is quiet? Humans are wired to fill uncertainty. When a man is calm and quiet, not withdrawn or awkward, but grounded, it creates curiosity. A woman begins to wonder. What is he thinking? Why isn't he trying to impress? Why does he seem so comfortable here? Silence becomes a mirror. And curiosity is the doorway to attraction. He does not explain himself excessively. One of the most attractive habits a man can develop is restraint. The Stoic man states his position once. Does not over-justify. Does not defend unnecessarily. He understands that over-explaining often signals insecurity. When your values are clear, you don't need to argue for them. Words are chosen, not spilled. When a Stoic man speaks, it is intentional. He says less, but what he says matters. He avoids empty compliments, repetitive reassurance, emotional dumping. Instead, his words are grounded, observational, calm. A woman begins to notice. When he speaks, I listen. That is influence. Why mystery is created through discipline, not games. Mystery is not about being secretive or manipulative. It is about not revealing everything at once. A Stoic man understands that depth is discovered, not announced. He allows time to unfold connection. He does not rush intimacy through words. He allows actions to do the talking. This creates layered attraction. He is comfortable with pauses. Silence makes many men uncomfortable. They rush to break it. The Stoic man does the opposite. He allows silence to exist, without tension. This communicates emotional safety. A woman can feel without being rushed. She can speak without being interrupted. She can relax. And relaxation opens emotional doors. Listening is his dominant skill. Talking does not create connection. Listening does. The Stoic man listens without planning his response. He listens without correcting. He listens without fixing. And when he finally speaks, his words land with precision. Because they are based on understanding, not ego. He does not speak to be liked. This is the shift that changes everything. The Stoic man does not tailor his words for approval. He speaks truthfully, respectfully, and firmly. He accepts that not every opinion will be welcomed. He accepts disagreement without tension. That authenticity creates respect. And respect deepens attraction. The quiet man is not weak, he is grounded. Silence is often mistaken for passivity. But in reality, it is strength under control. A Stoic man does not need to dominate conversations. He dominates his impulses. And that discipline is felt. Final Stoic truth. A man who speaks constantly reveals his need. A man who speaks deliberately reveals his presence. The Stoic man understands. Silence is not what you avoid. It is what you master. And mastery is attractive. Method number 5. He is willing to walk away, and that is why he is respected. There was a time when I believed staying was strength. I thought endurance proved loyalty. I thought tolerance showed love. I thought holding on, no matter the cost, made me a good man. What I learned, painfully, is this. A man who cannot leave is not choosing, he is trapped. And nothing destroys attraction faster than emotional captivity. Walking away is not about punishment. Let's clarify something important. The Stoic man does not walk away to teach a lesson. He does not threaten departure to regain control. He does not leave to create fear. That would be manipulation. He walks away because self-respect leaves first. And where self-respect goes, the man must follow. Why tolerating disrespect kills desire? Attraction is built on tension and respect. When a man accepts repeated disrespect, emotional inconsistency, broken boundaries, one-sided effort, he signals something quietly but clearly. This is all I believe I deserve. A woman does not lose attraction because he is kind. She loses it because he is available without standards. The Stoic man draws the line once. A Stoic man does not explain boundaries repeatedly. He states them calmly. He enforces them silently. If they are crossed, he does not argue. He does not beg. He does not threaten. He acts. That action is rare and unforgettable. Why the ability to leave is the ultimate power. Power is not dominance. It is independence. The Stoic man is powerful because he does not need to stay to survive. He does not fear solitude. He does not cling to familiarity. He chooses companionship, not dependency. And that choice is felt. He does not negotiate his self-respect. One of the most tragic sights is a man bargaining with dignity. Lowering standards. Accepting crumbs. Justifying neglect. The Stoic man refuses this. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Quietly. And that quiet refusal creates gravity. Why women respect men who can walk away. Respect does not come from being agreeable. It comes from being rooted. When a man can walk away, his yes has meaning. His presence has weight. His commitment feels earned. A woman senses. This man is here because he wants to be, not because he is afraid to leave. That changes the dynamic completely. Walking away protects his inner order. Stoicism teaches that peace comes from alignment. When a relationship creates constant anxiety, self-doubt, or chaos, the Stoic man recognizes it as disorder. And he does not argue with disorder. He removes himself from it. Because protecting inner order is more important than preserving attachment. He leaves without hatred. This is where most men fail. They leave, but with bitterness. With resentment. With the need to be understood. The Stoic man leaves clean. No revenge. No insults. No attempts to be remembered. He accepts loss without resentment. And that composure leaves a deeper mark than anger ever could. Why this is the highest form of self-love. Walking away is not rejection of love. It is loyalty to the self. The Stoic man understands. Love without respect becomes self-betrayal. Connection without dignity becomes erosion. He chooses solitude over self-abandonment. And that choice defines his character. The man who can leave is never taken for granted. A man who stays at all costs becomes predictable. A man who can leave remains valued. Not because he is feared. But because he is chosen, every day. Final Stoic truth. The Stoic man is not attractive because he is cold. He is attractive because he is free. Free to stay. Free to leave. Free to choose himself. And only a free man can be loved without losing himself. Conclusion. A Stoic man does not attract by strategy. He attracts by alignment. He does not chase validation. He does not react emotionally. He does not build his life around romance. He does not speak to impress. And he does not stay where his self-respect is compromised. Not because he is distant. But because he is grounded. Attraction was never meant to be forced. It was meant to be felt. When a man masters himself, he stops asking the world, or a woman, to confirm his value. His calm becomes his presence. His discipline becomes his confidence. His boundaries become his identity. And identity is what people respond to. Stoic men understand something most never learn. Love does not reward effort, it responds to stability. The more a man builds his inner order, the less he needs to perform, explain, or pursue. He becomes selective, not reactive. Intentional, not desperate. Centered, not chaotic. And that is where attraction begins. Not in words. Not in gestures. Not in chasing. But in the quiet certainty of a man who knows he can stand alone. And still chooses connection. A Stoic man does not seek to be desired. He seeks to be whole. And when a man is whole, desire finds him naturally. Because what is complete does not chase. It invites. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. I hope you have found useful lessons about love and relationships. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. I really appreciate your support and will continue to bring valuable content in the next videos. Please continue to accompany me on my journey to learn about love and relationships. See you again and wish you happiness.